This gives you an idea of typical Indiana. No horses or vehicle off main road, electric motors only, swimming prohibited, no camping, no ATVs, trapping by permit only, hunting by permit only. Good Lord. Well, I guess I shouldn't gripe. At least we have a place to go. I would say there's probably some states that don't even provide for this for the people. The only real gripe, I guess, that I actually truly have is the fact that they don't allow camping. You can use it during the day, but in the evening you have to get out. So, other than that, I guess it's not too bad. At least we have a place to go, right? It's one of the small lakes. Well, I guess as you saw from the signs, this is reclaimed coal mine, strip mine property that the state bought and turned into a wildlife area. You probably heard the noise when we were driving down the road of the trailer behind the Equinox. This is just a small utility trailer that I kind of modified to bring the kayak along. It's a lot easier than putting it up on the roof rack, and the utility trailer then can be used for other things quite easily. But it works real well. Using the utility trailer, it gives you the option of being able to probably carry as many as 3 kayaks easily. We're talking about putting an A-frame in there where we could carry 3 and maybe even 5. But it just depends on the kind of trips we go on and how far we're going. It works pretty well. Let's go fishing. Well, I wanted to take a couple of minutes and show you the setup here. You saw the kayak up on the trailer. But whenever we're in fishing mode, I'll give you an idea here. I've got 2 rods. Both of them are spin casters. And this is really a neat thing here. This is a rod saver, which is just a float that goes on the rod, and if it goes in the water, it won't sink, which is great when you consider that right there is probably $125, and this other one is probably about $150. Well, that's not true. It's probably about $150 and $200 fishing setup. So, you know, the chances of it falling overboard, if you're paying attention, is not going to be too much. But if you're hit something or whatever, it could go over, and no sense in losing a couple, $200, $300, $400 when you can avoid it. You can pick those up at Dick's Sporting Goods for about $10, and 3 of them. It works real well. You can see my GoPro setup, which we'll be doing some filming there. We've got the cooler, we've got hemostats for getting the hooks out, snippers. Got the tackle box down here. I'll show that to you in a little while. You also notice that I have a life jacket on. It's one of the inflatables, so it's not bulky and it doesn't get in the way, but if you should happen to go over, you can pull the little rip cord in there and it'll inflate itself. You know, if you're in a real shallow area or something, it's always good to wear a life jacket, but if you're with somebody else, sometimes I don't. Just be honest, I don't. But when you're by yourself, and especially in these stripper pits, where your banks are like that everywhere, you know, you could have to swim several hundred yards before you could even get to something to get up and get out of the water. So it's just not worth it. I'm going to wear the life jacket and be safe. So I'm going to go fishing. This is the tackle box. It's going to be kind of hard to do one-handed here. So basically, I just have 2 small trays that are double-sided. That's a groundhog. He's still over there. There he is. Does not look like a beaver. It's awful far away. No, probably a groundhog. Looks like he's making a meal out of some seaweed. See if I can get a little closer here. Not too sure about us. know where they're at. It's hard to see them. Good camouflage. I don't know if you can hear or not, since I have the waterproof housing on the camera. But I'm going to head over to another pit and see if the fishing's any better over there.